guys, Aaron Baker, outside Oregon State Capitol today, and it was an interesting thing going on. Tell me about it. What's your name and who you're with and why you're here today?
My name is Mike. I'm with Gilgamesh Brewing, which is a small brewery south of Salem here. And last year, late spring, it was brought to the attention of OLCC that the current laws stated that home brewers could not conduct Oregon State for they couldn't conduct a brewing competition.
Okay, I noticed that there in the committee hearing, a lot of the state fair even had to shut down a brewing competition.
Right. The home brewing competition that's been held there for I don't know, probably 15 years at least. 23 years. They couldn't carry on with that last year because of the interpretation of the new interpretation of the law.
Okay, it was just about the Oregon Liquor Commission reinterpreting a law that's been established for several years now.
Correct. Yeah, somebody asked a question, they investigated it, came back and said, well, actually, if you go by the letter of the law, these competitions are incorrectly sanctioned. You can't hold an event like that.
And so what they did the past year now, all the small home brewers, it was illegal for them to transport the alcohol, the beer?
Correct. They could only drink what they brewed in their own home.
Okay, and just an update, several years ago it was national news that Oregon was put a bill up that would tax breweries here in Oregon 1,900%. Whatever happened with that?
That bill basically got squashed just because it would stifle the brewing economy here in Oregon. It would hurt the hop farmers. It would hurt the grain growers. Drive the prices of beer way through the roof. And it kind of appeared that it was maybe an attempt from some of the larger breweries, kind of behind the scenes, to push it through. Because
that's what I was curious with this. Do you think there was any of the larger breweries involved?
There's a good possibility that they didn't mind paying tax in Oregon for a particular amount of time.
Trying to push out the small guys. Okay.
Yeah.
And go again.
It's a conspiracy theory.
I guess. You never know who's pulling the strings.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead and tell us again how people can find your beer, if that's possible.
Our beer is in quite a few establishments between Portland, Salem, and Eugene. We're in several restaurants and bars in the I-5 corridor there.
Okay.
If you go to, we're on Facebook, Gilgamesh Brewing on Facebook. We also have a website, and we try to keep that as updated as we can to list where our beers can be purchased from.
Okay, Gilgamesh.com.
Gilgamesh.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Gilgameshbrewing.com. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much.
Seeing none, we will close the public hearing and we'll open a work session on Senate Bill 444. We have a -1 amendment. Do you want to brief us again on that? Richard? Sure.
The amendment removes language requiring that homemade beer, wine, and fermented fruit juice be made at a private residence by a person living in the residence. The language, once that's removed, is just that it has to be for a non-commercial purpose. The amendment also adds related events to the list of events where homemade beer, wine, and fermented fruit juice are allowed. There's a long list of events where homemade beer, wine, and fermented fruit juice are allowed, and the amendment just adds to that the phrase related events to the end of that list. And then finally, the amendment removes language that restricts the consumption of malt beverages on licensed premises.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, I move the -1 amendments.
Senator Atkins has moved the -1 amendments to Senate Bill 444. Is there any discussion? Is there any opposition? There is none. -1s are adopted.
Mr. Chair, I move Senate Bill 444 to the floor as amended with due pass recommendation.
Senator Atkinson has moved Senate Bill 444 as amended to the floor with the due pass recommendation. There is no fiscal. Is there any opposition? Or excuse me, is there any discussion of the bill? Is there any opposition to the bill? Seeing none, adopted. The work session is closed on Senate Bill 444. It's passed to the floor with as amended, and Senator Krasowski will be the carrier of this. Let's see that. All right, then we're going to move on. The next bill is Senate Bill 142. Richard. Open the public hearing on Senate Bill 142.
Senate Bill 142